Oh. Do we normally wave? And we are live. Well done. I like it. Should we all get together and take a group selfie with them behind us? Let's do that. Come on. Yeah, let's do it. Y'all can wait an extra minute, right? Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I believe in you.
I'm in the door and I'm like, oh, I'm just but I'm terrible at selfies. So
You were good.
Do you have a longer arm?
yeah.
Come on in.
Should we have take this picture?
Yeah, we gotta get everybody.
Okay.
All right, y'all the
Wait a
smile.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Are you in?
Yeah, oh, you can come on in.
No. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Okay,
There we
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Hold on. That is awesome.
All right. Well done, Counselor Wolf. All right, and with that, I call this Tigard City Council business meeting to order. City Recorder Krager, please call roll.
Councillor Hu,
Here.
Mayor Lube,
Here.
Youth Councillor Nog,
Here.
Councillor Shaw,
Here.
Councillor Singh,
Here. Councillor
Wolf.
Here. Thank you. If everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council or staff, are there any non-agenda items?
None for us, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay. So the first thing on the agenda is to administer the oath of office to Mayor Lube, that's me, and Councilors Hu, Councilor Singh, and Councilor Wolf. And for that, we have Judge Oberdorfer with us.
Good evening, everybody. Mayor Lube, ask you to come up here, please.
Come on.
Let's get this chair out of the picture. Will you please raise your right hands? I state your name.
I, Heidi Lube,
Do solemnly swear that I will uphold and support the Constitution
I solemnly swear that I will uphold the Constitution
and laws of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
and laws of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
in the office of mayor,
in the office of mayor,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilor Hu? Good evening.
Good evening.
I state your name, do solemnly swear
I, Ken Hu, do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and support the Constitution
I will uphold and support the Constitution
of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
and the charter and the ordinances of the city of Tigard.
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
I will faithfully perform my duty to the best of my abilities
in the office of counselor,
in the office of a city councilor,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Councilor Singh. He's getting better pictures. I state your name, do solemnly swear
I, J. Raj Singh, do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and support the Constitution
that I will uphold and support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
and the laws of the United States of America and the state of Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
in the office of city councilor,
in the office of city councilor,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
Congratulations. Counselor Wolf. I state your name, do solemnly swear
I, Maureen Wolf, do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and support the Constitution
that I will uphold and support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States and the
law-
state of Oregon,
the laws of the United States and the state of Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tigard.
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my ability
in the office of city councilor,
in the office of city councilor,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
Congratulations.
Thank you for all of your support. If you will indulge us for a little bit as we each make a little speech, I will go ahead and start. Today is a historic day for the city of Tigard. It's my honor to be elected and to serve not only as mayor, but as the first female mayor of Tigard. As I look across the dais, I'm excited to serve alongside a council that is reflective of the community and who are breaking barriers in their own rights. I see diversity in life experience, opinions, and perspectives, and look forward to meaningful, lively conversations that we're going to have about Tigard's future. I'm so thankful for the people who helped get out my campaign, volunteered, donated, and voted for me to get us where we are today. This is a responsibility that I don't take lightly, and I couldn't have done it without you. I promise to serve with the community in mind, with integrity and thoughtfulness in every decision. I want to thank my husband, Brian, and my adorable toddler, Elizabeth. What may look easy on the outside for me to serve this community is a family that works together behind the scenes every day to allow me the time and space away from them to serve. Some days it looks like coordinating week events and toddler tears when I leave to go to meetings. I couldn't be where I am without them, and I want to thank them for everything they do to help me. So lastly, for the little girls out there, and there were many who followed my campaign, including my own, I hope that you see where there isn't a trail that you can make your own, and make that trail wide so you can bring others along with you. While I'm the first female mayor, I look forward to not being the last. Thank you. Councillor who?
Okay, I was getting it wrong, but good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, either in person or virtually via the live stream. I want to begin my remark by expressing some heartfelt thank yous and appreciations. I want to thank my father and my late mother for teaching me and showing me the importance of public service. I miss you, Mom, after 10 years. I want to say a special thank you to my husband, Abram Titovsky, for going on this amazing journey with me. We did this together. I also want to express my gratitude and thanks to all who contributed financially and time-wise to my campaign. Without you, we would not be here this evening. I want to express final appreciation to former Mayor of Tigard, Jason Snyder, and school board member and soon to be our state representative, Ben Bowman, for being my unofficial campaign managers and advisors. I truly appreciate your encouragement and support. The theme of my campaign was, let us work together for a safe, vibrant, and well-maintained city where everyone can enjoy a high-quality life. To this end, our City Hall must be responsive to the needs of a changing Tigard. Let us have a City Hall that is responsive to the housing and houseless crisis by removing barriers to more affordable housing. Let us have a City Hall that is responsive to local and regional traffic and transportation challenges by providing multiple mobility options that are safe and accessible to everyone. Let us have a City Hall that is responsive to the rising crimes by ensuring we have a fully funded public safety system that protects all community members equally. Finally, let us have a City Hall that is responsive to the needs of our local businesses so they can bring to our city more jobs and opportunities that help increase the economic mobility and generational wealth in our community. On a final note, I want to congratulate Mayor Lube, Councilor Wolf, and Councilor Singh on their successful election effort, and thank Councilor Shaw and Youth Councilor Nag for their continued service on the City Council. I'm greatly humbled by and immensely appreciative of the people of the Tigard's decision to allow me to serve on the Tigard City Council. I will work every day to serve our community with integrity, transparency, and respect. Thank you so much.
Councilor Singh?
I want to thank the people of Tigard for placing their trust in me to represent them on City Council. Further, I want to thank everyone who made this possible, but especially my family. I want to thank my older brother who made it tonight, and my mother and extended family who are watching online. I want to thank my ancestors, my grandparents, my late father. I know he's proud of me. I am excited for this new and historic chapter for Tigard, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with the council and leaders in our region to really serve the people of Tigard. Thank you.
Councilor Wolf?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and oh my goodness, thank you all for being here. And I will wrap up briefly and just really wanted to focus this evening on gratitude. 2022 was a challenging year for me as I lost my mom and decided out of support of wonderful people to run for this position. And it all seemed like a whirlwind. So first and foremost, I just want to thank the Tigard voters. I am so grateful for their support, and I am truly eager to represent their voice and their perspective in the coming 2 years for me. And next, I want to do a shout out to my husband, Brian, and the kids who have been my anchor throughout this campaign process in the past couple months as I transition to be ready for this role. But I would not be here for the amazing people that are out in this audience in my campaign team. They held me up. They literally held me up in social media and kept me going to share my perspectives. My friends that work out with me, that walk with me, that pushed me when I felt like I had just hit a wall and just really kept me going. And my friends that did research for me, I see Tom stepped in the back as well as Denise, to really help me think through the issues that are so important to Tigard. And for all of you that took signs, put them in your yards, it matters. It matters that your neighbors see who you're supporting, and it changes their opinions. And I am just beyond grateful for all of those friendships, and especially a couple in the corner, Susan and Deanna, who just walnut signs. You can't get better than walnut, but just truly friendship and support. And I'm really grateful for that. Counselor Hu and I often canvass together and attended events. We heard from our community members who love living in Tigard and those who shared ideas for improvements. I'm excited to build upon the work the city is already doing and continue with the vision for Tigard that it's an equitable community that is walkable, healthy, and accessible for everyone. So again, thank you all that are here and that are listening online as well. And I'm excited. So.
I just want to thank all of you for being here, and this is a very exciting moment for all of us to really get going and to set us off. And I want to encourage you also, please check in on us regularly, see how we're doing, let us know how we're doing, please be vocal about it, because our service isn't just today, it's long lasting, and we'll need you to help carry us and pick us up along the way occasionally. So thank you for being here. So with that, the next item on, yeah, absolutely, Councilor Shaw.
Thank you. I just also want to congratulate Mayor Lube, Councilors Hu, Wolf, and Singh joining me on City Council. So congratulations. I look forward to a very productive 2023. So thank you.
Thank you.
Youth Councilor Dunk?
Adding on to that, I'd also like to congratulate everybody. Speaking on behalf of the youth of Tigard, we have such a wonderful council. We are all super excited and glad to have such like a representative and like thoughtful council that also like values youth voice. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Dunk. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the council president election. City Recorder Krieger?
Yes. So every other year, a new council president is elected from among the 5 members. And the duties include chairing meetings in the mayor's absence and attending other meetings as requested by the mayor. The vote will be conducted by a written ballot. They have their ballots with them, and go ahead and mark your ballot and turn them into me, and I will announce the new council president.
Yeah, I folded mine. I feel like we should have Jeopardy music.
All right, I am pleased to announce the new council president for the term January 2023 through December 2024. It's Councilor E.K. Hu.
Congratulations, Council President Hu. The next item on our agenda is public comment. City Recorder Krieger, can you confirm we don't have any follow-up to previous public comment?
That's correct, Ms. Mayor.
It's weird. I promise I will get used to it. I don't believe there was any written public comment either received today.
No, none.
Has anybody signed up to speak in person? Anyone want to talk to us?
No one signed up.
Okay. If there is any, oh, I forgot to, there is a call-in number at 503-966-4101, and those wishing to comment should call in now to get in the queue. Anyone present wanting to comment, there is a form if you have changed your mind. Network Administrator Cleary, is there anyone requesting to give public comment by video?
We have no video testimony people signed up.
Do we have anyone on the phone line?
Not yet, no.
Okay. If anyone calls in, will you let me know?
I will do that.
Okay. The next item on our agenda is the 2023 to 25 goal setting preparation. And for that, I will turn it over to City Manager Reimer.
Well, thank you, Mayor Lube. And on behalf of the 350 teammates of this city, we also want to say congratulations to the 4 of you. And we look forward to continuing working with the 2 of you as well. So we're excited for the 2023 council and the year of 2023. As part of that, it's also time for our goal setting. And so as all of you know, every 2 years the council engages in a goal setting exercise, I'll call it. And that's going to happen at the end of this month, and so January 27th and 28th. And so tonight what we want to do is just share a few of the key documents. Of course, during that meeting, we're going to be talking about the goals moving forward for the next couple of years. As importantly, some of the foundational documents, and that's what's in your packet today. And I just wanted to introduce 2 of the key ones, and I'll turn over to Mayor Lube as well as participate in any questions you may have. The first is the ground rules, and so about 2 years ago, when the goal setting was taking place, the council at the time comprehensively reviewed the ground rules. At one point, I believe they were upwards of 17 pages of different ground rules we had that had grown over the years. And the council, working with us, working with our facilitator, really found a way to condense those down into some of the key things. And so within your packet are the ground rules. We're just a couple pages long. And the purpose of those are really for all of you to guide you in working in the spirit of partnership, right, and cooperation. And some of the things that we've heard tonight already is how does the council effectively work together. In addition to that, a new agreement or a new document was created that year as well called the team agreement. And so the team agreement is really the document that goes alongside the ground rules, and once again is really intended to provide that guidance on how you work together, how you build trust, how you facilitate cooperation and accountability amongst yourselves as a city council and city councilors and mayor. And so those 2 are both in your packet. As a side note, since they were adopted, they've been included in every single council packet to remind yourselves as well as the community and remind us what those are about, as well as the community promise or the 5 E's that were also adopted at that point. And so, like I said, tonight is really just to introduce them if there's any questions. And our only ask is that you spend some time looking at those documents between now and the end of January, and then as we have our goal setting, one of the first things we'll do is to review those. And if you think they are meeting the mark, then they'll be left as they are. But if you think there's some revisions that are necessary because times have changed or maybe a few new ideas are being introduced, that'll be the time to do that as well. And then we'll have a formal adoption of those following that. So at this point, I'm going to turn over to Mayor Lube to talk about your liaison assignments, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about those other documents. So Mayor Lube.
Thank you. Council liaison assignments, all of us as councilors and the mayor serve on different city committees as well as regional committees. And the way in which we have chosen them historically has been a little all over the map, I would say. And so to provide some structure, what we have done is we'll be sending out a survey to all of you to go ahead and rank which committees you'd like to be on or where you have interest, and indicate if you'd like to be the first person or the backup. And we'll give you, I think, about 10 days to fill that out to get it back to us. So we can review that and fill out a matrix based on that information for our goal setting and sort of team meeting to discuss that. It's a wonderful opportunity to get to know our different boards and committees where a lot of the detail work takes place. So please take a look. I've spoken with Councilor Singh and Council President Hu and requested that they not choose committees that they were previously serving on to allow other councilors an opportunity to learn more about that area. So I want to state that publicly. I thought that was really important. And it can be kind of hard to separate yourself going from a member to a liaison. They are different roles. So I've made that request to them. Otherwise, please choose a variety of different things. It can be something that you're really interested in or something that you have no idea, and it's a great opportunity, perhaps monthly, to spend some time with individuals who are very into it. And I also encourage you to choose something on water. Water is very important to our community, and there's a variety of different boards and committees that involve water. So I will open it up for any questions for either City Manager Reimer or myself regarding just general expectations of filling out the survey when you get it. I believe the city team will send it, but it will come from my email address. And please just fill that out. Any questions? Okay. Seeing none, we will move on to the diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging update. And I believe that will bring up DEI Manager Kurt Yoon? Jun. Okay, thank you.
All right.
If you could just put your nameplate in front. Thank you.
Good evening. What an exciting and momentous evening this is. I want to thank you for this opportunity to report to you and provide you an update to our diversity, equity, and inclusion update. I too was just informed by my wife that she's bringing my children here. So it's a momentous occasion for myself. Apparently, they want to be here to support me, and my wife will be present to ensure that I don't mess up. So I'm just really happy to be here with you. It's an honor and privilege, and I'm very humbled to be in this role for the city. To Mayor Lube, congratulations in this new role, and Councilor Shaw, Councilor Hugh, Councilor Singh, Councilor Wolf, and Youth Councilor Nag. Thank you for your tremendous commitment to the city and how we can partner together in ensuring that it's the best city in the world for all peoples. I wanted to provide you a program management overview and an update. I started in this new position and role for the city on October 17th. I've been welcomed by a tremendous group of talented, skilled, energetic, beautiful minds here, and I'm honored to serve alongside them. I'm in the middle of developing a strategic plan for diversity, equity, and inclusion for the city, and it will not be a separate track with the city council goals. In fact, we're looking at how to embed this into the operational fabric of how we're doing business as a city. There is a title revision. When I looked at this position description, it was titled Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager. And since in that process, we've added the term belonging. And just wanted to clarify for all of us here, as well as the audience, there are organizations that have diversity, but it's not necessarily a culture of inclusion, which means that there's some work that needs to be done. And so I remember when I first started in this work, that was a term that was used. And since then, they added the term inclusion so that organizations can have that culture of inclusion, but it might not be necessarily diverse. So we need these two terms on the opposite sides of the same coin. Equity is a term I'm sure all of us here are very familiar with. The fact that what we mean by equity is equity for all, and not just only special groups of people, but the equity for everyone in which is at the table. And the goal for us in this work is what I would just share, that we want to ensure that every person who works for the city, every person who resides in this city, truly have a sense of belonging. That's what they are vested in, and that's what they believe. And so, so that's the new added term for us. As far as a program assessment, I've requested a 90-day review, conducting an organizational behavior assessment for the city around this work. There's been a tremendous, wonderful things that have been done in this field over the years. I've met with focus groups, I've met with individuals, I've met with current employees as well as previous employees or former employees, just to getting a sense of what sort of ways can we consider making this city, again, the best city in the world. On January 17th, my 90-day organizational behavior assessment review will be completed. I will be providing an executive summary to the leadership team and city management of my findings and recommendations. And some of the strategic themes I'd like to point out to all of us here that has become a glaring category that we'll be working on is the area of commitment, in the area internally, a culture in which we're trying to see what areas within the organization needs some enhancement and some work in terms of building trust as well as teamwork. Careers, in terms of our current workforce, there's opportunities for a diverse workforce development plan. And then ultimately, our customer, the community, how we are engaged in the community to provide the best possible customer, not necessarily service, but the best customer experience possible. And then we're going to also look at ways in which we can culturally, competently, as well as proficiently provide communications to the city so that we can ensure that we are including as many people as possible. So in these strategic themes, the ask that I have for the mayor and the city councilors is a proclamation of an equity statement. This is where we as a city organization can hang our hat on in terms of this is what we've been mandated by the leadership of the city, and we want to work toward ensuring that all peoples within this workforce is held accountable to ensuring that we are fostering and cultivating an inclusive work environment of belonging. So I would love to work together with you, alongside with you, to develop that, and hopefully within the first 2 months of this year, I'd love to meet up with you to just have a meet and greet and learn more about your journey and to introduce myself. Some new initiatives and focus that are apparent that I could share with you that are some organizational behavior evaluations that we've already kind of uncovered, and knowing what we need to start with is there doesn't seem to necessarily be a common language around this work in the city. These terms mean different things to different people, and so it would help for us to provide a common language to these terms and what we mean. There's also an opportunity for alignment and structure in this work so that it goes up and down the organization as well as side to side to ensure that we have a firm understanding as well as what this work is requiring. There are some very clear key performance indicators that has been outlined, and I will be able to roll that out and share that with you in the executive summary. And as I mentioned, some of the data in which that I've been able to analyze and process, and as I've disaggregated it, there's some clear opportunities for a diverse workforce development plan and strategy. And lastly, around some new initiatives, on February 15th of 2023, I'll be conducting a diversity presentation with the Public Library Department. And that is where I'll be sharing just some of my findings and also just some common language and how we want to approach this work together. That presentation will not be recorded. It will not be on MS Teams. Just wanted to ensure the safety, the psychological safety and space of everyone who would like to share within that presentation. The invitation will go out to all of the directors as well as supervisors and managers who could come in and sit in. And then hopefully have an opportunity to debrief together with them one-on-one of what segment of that presentation in terms of content or approach would be most applicable for their respective departments. I've been very honored, and I'm very grateful for leaders like Chief Kathy and the commanders Bob and Jamie, who have invited me into their meetings and into their teams. I've been very fortunate to have met Director Brian Rager with Public Works, who have not just welcomed me, but his entire team have welcomed me to their weekly and monthly and bi-monthly meetings, as well as Director Halstead with the Public Library and many others. So this has been a warm welcome that I've just been, again, very honored and humbled to be a part of. So for that diversity presentation, that's open to you, Mayor Lube, as well as city councilors, if you'd like to sit in on that as well to see just what baseline that we'll be starting from to engage the entire workforce. Our commitment to equity As you know, there's a document that had been drafted by, mainly by a former employee of the City of Tigard, as well as several contributors who are currently part of the City of Tigard, titled the Anti-Racism Action Plan. This document is very impressive because most organizations do not approach this work leading with race, and the city has. And this document has some great action items and timelines that have been set forth, as well as several endeavors. But some of these action items have been dated for 2024 or 2025. I would like to just update you to share that we could begin every single one of these action items and bring up the timeline to start within this year. Also, we'd like to propose the revision of the title, not anti-racism, but racial equity action plan, to just promote a positiveness in terms of how we would like to see our organization move forward around this equity work. The internal advisory team that I'd like to share with you, there's a group that have been formed since 2018 is what I learned. The Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Advisory Team. It is a makeup of a cross-section representation of our workforce. And I cannot express and share enough how impressed I have been with this team. Their passion, their genuineness, their desire to make this city better. And so they're just really energized to just, what is it that we can do? And so I think in my document that I've already provided, we are going to be restructuring and aligning this work so that we can get to some real meaningful deliverables, whether it be around policies or revision of policies to apply the lens of equity, whether it be around planning, procedures, programs, projects, practices. We're going to apply the lens of equity to all of these items, and these work teams will provide some deliverables for the city leadership to consider. I do want to also explain that one of the proposals that I have for the city leadership is the formation of a diversity, equity, and inclusion leadership team. They will oversee the advisory team and be a direct line to the city management and leadership team so that we have some clear communications in terms of decisions that we can make and propose for the leaders. And my closing thoughts that I have is this. For me, this whole work, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and belonging, is really talking about the humanity of every person. How can we embrace the inherent value of every person? And that's the approach in which I will be forming and leading this work, and I look forward to the partnership that I can have with all of you in making this city the greatest city in the world.
Thank you. I just want to sit with that for a minute. Are there any questions or comments?
Just make a
Yeah, Councilor Wolf.
Thank you, Mayor Liu. So DEI Manager Jen, thank you just so much. And I had the opportunity over a couple years to work very deeply with the Tigard-Tualatin School District, and I'm excited about the work. I'm excited about DEIB, and I think that really that's the ultimate goal, is the belonging piece. And so just excited to dig in and learn more about the work you're doing and the assessment that you'll be presenting to us in an executive summary. So thank you. And thank you for pushing the timeline to see that this can be done into the year. So thank you.
I also want to welcome your family. They came in, they snuck in behind you.
All right.
Welcome.
Okay.
Other questions? Councilor Shaw?
I was going to mention your family had arrived as well, and then thank you. I look forward to the work and working with you, and also looking forward towards assessment as well. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Councilor Shaw.
Youth Councilor now?
I technically don't have anything, but I guess one of the questions is for the DEI group that we do have, is there any like youth representation, or is it any youth representation?
Any youth representation?
Yes.
At this time, no, but we would like to formulate at some time in charter an external DEI team that's made up of community members. So that's something in the works that we are considering. Thank you.
Any other additional questions or comments? City Manager Reimer?
Thank you, Mayor. First to start, I want to thank the council, a couple of you who were here in the previous council, for supporting this position. As you may recall, during the budget process last year, this was our highest priority that we brought forward, is to bring on an expert that can really help guide this organization. And we have found an expert, and we found a great individual. Kurt's just been a joy to work with. As you have heard, he's met with many of our teammates. I think he's been received positively by all of them, and he's really doing things that we were envisioning. It's also important, Kurt's one person, and so I think as you're hearing, it's much more about a culture and about all of us being involved in. That's why we thought tonight on your very first meeting, having Kurt come introduce himself, and as importantly, invite you into this conversation with us and be part of it, is going to be extremely important as our community leaders to make sure that we're moving down the path the way that you'd like us to. So thanks for that, and thanks to Kurt for being here tonight. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your plan and your thoughtfulness. I think Tigard overwhelmingly chose individuals who spoke about inclusion and making everybody heard and seen in Tigard, and the kind of work that you're committed to and you're helping us through is exactly the kind of work the community has asked us to do. We have a lot of work to do, but I am certainly individually committed, and I'm excited to see how we can work in partnership to get there.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We don't have any non-agenda items tonight, so I will go to City Manager Reimer for an administrative report.
Well, thank you again, and good evening again, Mayor, councilors, my teammates, community members that are here. Just a few updates for you. First, this is the last weekend through this weekend to sign up for our Martin Luther King Weekend of Service. That's happening January 14th through the 16th. And so we'll have a variety of activities, including street cleanups, volunteering at Packed with Pride, and with the Tualatin River Keepers as a few options. So if community members or yourself or others want to sign up, they can go to our website, www.tigard-or.gov MLK. And if you sign up there, our community members can sign up to participate in our community as well. Speaking of community members and leadership, I think many of you know that our longtime library volunteer and community leader, Yvonne Burgess, passed away on Wednesday, December 14th. I typically don't read everything that I'm given, but I do want to read this, what was provided by Halsa and the team, just because of what she's meant, obviously, for this community and for our own library. Few people have served our community with the breadth and dedication that Yvonne did. She guided the direction of library services as a library board member, helped the Friends of the Library organization raise funds to support library programs, and participated in the smooth running of operations as a library volunteer. She gave her leadership, time, and support to the library for 46 years, which is just amazing, 46 years. In 2012, the City Council passed a resolution to name the library's community room in honor of Yvonne and her husband George for their service to the City of Tigard and as tireless leaders of the Friends of the Tigard Library. We are reminded of how much the Burgess family loved the library every time we enter the Burgess community room. And community members can find out more, or all of you as well, about Yvonne's service and share memories of her life on our library website. So I have heard that her family is very grateful for that and for just recognizing her, and we're very grateful, obviously, to her and to her family. So thank you to our library teammates for sharing all that information about Yvonne and for what she's meant to Tigard. So thank you. Also, just a few other key things about our library. We had a patron contact us about the service and selection they enjoy at the Tigard Library. They live just a few miles from us and come there because of the warm welcome and the excellent selection of materials. Over time, you've heard the many people say how welcoming our library is to them. They said that whoever buys the books at the Tigard does such a great job that their friend, who recently retired from a position at the Library of Congress, is routinely impressed with our collection. So kudos to Halstead again and our teammates for their work on making sure that we have such a great collection. So, thank you, Halstead. Kind of switching gears a little, but still in the realm of thank you. Thanks to our Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici, announced the 15 different community projects that were funded for Oregon. And the bill includes the Dartmouth Crossing South Affordable Housing Project here in Tigard, which is great, speaking exactly to what we heard tonight. which is in the Tiger Triangle, and then safety improvements on Hall Boulevard and at Hemlock and Spruce, which is obviously a high priority for us as well. So thank you very much for the support that we've received, and hopefully continue to receive support. Also, Proud Ground, the largest community land trust in the Pacific Northwest, which you will learn more about as our time together, closed on a 4th home in Tigard this week. So now we have 4 homes setting aside for permanent affordability, which is the key. It's bolded in my text here, but permanent affordability is the key. And as we talk about what Proud Ground and others are going to bring to our community, this is a key part of it. This is something that will move on into the future and not have a sunset date, which is another issue that we deal with sometimes in our housing. The city has the program with Proud Ground to make homes affordable for first-time home buyers now and into the future, as it says. So it's just a key program. We'll talk more about it, I believe, next week, in next week's meeting. We have in 2 weeks about Proud Ground as well. And then last, the community, the council, made a significant investment in our newest park that is being built as we speak at Universal Plaza. And we are thrilled and pleased to announce that the farmers market has confirmed that they will be moving there starting on May 7th. It was designed for that. Obviously, there's a lot of logistics pieces to moving there, but the farmers market has said, yep, we're coming. So this is great because this first year, we really want to understand how the park operates for our community, the logistics behind it, and the farmers market is going to be a key piece of that, what happens week in and week out as they set up and serve our community. And that concludes my remarks on this historic evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We don't have an executive session tonight. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. And we are adjourned unanimously. Thank you, everybody.